and Captain Ewan were gracious enough to give us a bridge tour.
Our office. We have a quite nice office. And this is the wheelhouse without a wheel, actually. The joystick is our wheel, so it's the wheelhouse without a wheel.
Just that?
Yeah, just this joystick. This here with this joystick, the whole ship when we are on the stretch, so when we are sailing. And when we're maneuvering, we switch over to the manual steering, and then we steer with the thrusters, and we can turn it 360 degrees. We can also switch it over to outside, and then we can steer the ship from outside. That we can see alongside the ship to dock the ship, and do the docking, etc., etc. And then, of course, we almost always sailing during the night time, or when it's dark, or when all the shops in for example, Rudesheim are closed. So then we are sailing only on radar screen. So we can see here, this small dot over here. You see that the green buoy over there?
Yes.
And that's this dot. So everything what is sticking out above the water is reflecting on the radar, and you see that on the screen here. So everything here, all the trees, all the island is reflecting, and that you see on this line. Same like all the pontoons here, you can see as well. In front of us, they are here as well. And of course, we also have the chart. And every ship has IES, and you can see every name of the ship and the speed of the ship. So that means if we on some parts of the river you can't meet each other, so you have to wait at each other to don't meet each other on the bad places. So that's how you can calculate how you and where you're meeting the other ships.
So that is the ship over there?
Exactly. So this one is right there. So you see between the trees there's the ship.
Yep.
And you can see it going over there. You don't see it on the radar screen because because of the island. The trees are blocking the view from the radar. And over there's also a ship going. And you can see it, Theodela, that's the name of the ship. It's going over there.
So you can navigate both sides of the island?
So this is only if you want to dock in Rudesheim. It's not if you're just passing Rudesheim. It's not allowed to use this side of the island. And if you're going to Basel or the other way around, then you use that side of the island. And if you want to dock in Rudesheim, then you're docking. Then you go on this side of the island. So actually only cruise liners are using this side of the island.
So can anybody with a boat be over on that side? Or do you need a license or?
You need a license to. Also on the pleasure boats on the Rhine, you need like a special pleasure boat license on the Rhine. If you want to do it like we're doing, then you need every. The Rhine is divided in 7 stretches, and every stretch you have a different license, or a different exam to take in order to sail that stretch. So we don't have licenses per tonnage, but we have license per stretch of the river. So we need to know how this island is called, how the next island is called. But also how Rudesheim is Rudesheim, and that Binge on the other side is Binge, And for example, the monument what is standing over there on the top of the hill, you need to know every small detail in order to pass for that license.
There are two of you that have that license on board?
Sorry?
Two of you have that license on board?
Yeah, because it doesn't matter for the first or the second captain, you all both have the same license on board of the ship in order to drive the ship, and we're working like 8 hours on, 8 hours off. System. Sometimes we change it to 4 hours, 4 hours, depends on what we schedule and how long we have to drive the ship.
So when you sail at night, it's just one person up here?
No, there's always two persons
Always
up
two.
here. Yeah. So there's always a captain and a sailor in the wheelhouse. Yeah.
How many sailors are on a ship?
In total, there are 4 sailors on the ship.
Thank you.
Yeah. So say we are now at this moment we have a first captain, second captain, and third captain, an engineer, and 4 sailors, nautical wise.
So the engineer's qualified to ride up here?
No, the engineer is only responsible for
So he
maintenance.
doesn't work in here?
He doesn't work. Yeah,
He
also
can't
works-
drive.
Yeah. But that depends on the engineer. Yeah.
But
That
the
depends on.
first day we had 2 boats side by side. So you coordinate with the other boat, by captain to captain, to say, okay, park over here, or, I mean, how do you work that out when you have 2 boats wanting to use the same dock?
That's the harbor master who decides where we're gonna
Oh,
dock.
harbor master, okay.
Yeah, and then he arranged it that way that the one who is leaving first is going on the outside dock, because they're leaving first, and otherwise you have to move with each other. So at that moment we left both on the same time, so that didn't matter. Which one was on which position. But normally they arrange it like this, that we can stay on the position where we are. And sometimes we have to change positions because it's just too crowded. Now it's really empty in Rudolph, but sometimes there are many ships also docked. So then sometimes it's not any other option to dock with 2 ships next to each other. Yeah, but that's the harbor master who decides where or how. And then I've got also one question for you. How many fresh water do we, or how much fresh water do we use every single day? Fresh water, so to shower, to
20,000 gallons, 80,000 liters.
I have no idea.
Yeah, 15,000 is, between 12 and 15,000 gallons.
Oh, 12 and 15.
Oh,
A day.
15, okay.
You recycle any of it through?
We not recycle, but we take from every port, or not every port, but we have some ports where you can take the fresh water. So we connect the hoses and we take the water. And all the, let's say the dirty water, we have our own system who clean it, and then it's going back into the river when it's even cleaner than the river water. And the residue we give out in Amsterdam and in Basel, we can give it out.
Does that mean that the river, in theory, could be getting cleaner if cruise ships work that way? You're turning cleaner water than.
The water is since 10 years there is salmon again back in Basel, so that means the water is getting more clean and more clean. But it has nothing to do with the cruise ships, because we are not polluting the water, but it's also not getting cleaner from us. But it has to do with all the big factories that are alongside of the river. They are more cleaner now than they used to be. So that's why the river is getting cleaner and cleaner.
How many tours do you do a year?
Depends. This year we didn't have that much tours because we started later.
Okay.
Because the ship was not yet ready yet, because it was only planned to start in July.
Okay.
So yeah, this is the first season that the Mora is sailing. So it's a brand new ship. So that's why it was later. We Waterways had the Magna starting this year and the Mora this year. So the Magna was first. That is the bigger ship, and then the Mora that are we. So we started a little bit later. But normally between half of March we start sailing until the end of December, beginning of January. So normally around 40-45 cruises a year.
Where do they store the boat the rest of the time?
We are docked in the Netherlands, in Arnhem, and all the maintenance companies are there close by. So then we get ready for the next season. So maintenance comes on board. We paint the ship from outside. We paint the ship from inside. We overhaul the engines. We make sure that the ship is ready for the next season during that couple of weeks.
Does this ceiling come down?
Yeah,
How it
so
locks? Or?
If we have low bridges, we had one or two, let's say three this week, and then this ceiling is on the wood here.
Oh, wow.
So
How do you operate? Just like.
we have one hedge, so we're sticking out with our with our head.
Oh, so you look.
Well,
Yeah.
But we still have to do
but you have to duck,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Knock yourself out.
Strategically ducking.
Yeah.
Wow.
What's the toughest thing about sailing on this river? The rocks or?
What is it? Yeah, wind. If you have a lot of wind, because it's unpredictable. The current is always the same, so it can be a lot of current, but it's constant. So wind, sometimes you have a wave of wind. So I think that's the difficult this thing, yeah, especially during the locks, if you don't know exactly how much wind you have, but it's all practice. So even with wind, we never stopped the ship before. So it's always, you can always sail with on the river ship because the waves are not getting bigger. So you will continuously are able to sail on the river.
I see that you have a balance thing there. Is that always there to check to make sure you're level?
Yeah, so we have ballast tanks to trim the ship,
Yeah.
and of course if you are all on one side, that means that all the doors in the cabins are going to open or close. So we always have to level the ship up, that doors stay like they are. Otherwise, we are a little bit skew, and we don't want to open all the doors in the cabin. So that's why we have still. That's the only not modern thing, but it always works. So that's
Well,
the
if
good
it
thing
works,
about it.
it's
Yeah.
worked forever and it works. Oh, wow. Okay, cool.
As you know, you live very young.
How long does it take? I'm born on a ship, raised on a ship, so then it's a little bit faster, but you can say after average you could say 10 years in total. So you have like 5 years of school and then 5 years of experience, and then you can then you're ready to be a captain. But it depends. Some people are really fast. Some people are need a little bit longer time. But average it's 10 years. Yeah.
And how many months out of the year do you work?
Sorry.
How many months out of the year do you have to work?
I'm doing 4 weeks on, 4 weeks off. So yeah, for me it's six months a year. And Iwan, the second captain, is doing 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. So it's also 6 months a year. But yeah, a little bit different schedule. 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off.
We might choose that. It's
Yeah.
what you prefer.
Then you fly home.
No, with the train.
We're both from the
Change that
Netherlands.
big,
So.
Where are you from? Did you say?
From the Netherlands, so
Oh,
1 hour
it's
south of
south.
Amsterdam. Yeah.
Maybe just drop you off.
Yeah. So we're going home.
Yeah.
And then
Right.
another 2 weeks, and then I'm off. Yeah. So even every time when we are reaching Amsterdam, so he comes aboard in Amsterdam, then Basel, Amsterdam, he goes from board again.
Wow.
So that's yeah.
It's 2 hours with the train, around 10, 11 on board. 14 days sailing.
What's the weather for the rest of the afternoon?